Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi guys, in the section of this video, I'm going to present it about my mid-test fiction age class. So without any further ado, let's do it. In the sections, I'm going to discuss about critical review films, and I would like to talk about the Mortal Instrument City of Bones 2013 films. Maybe some of you already hear or watched these films, that's why we're going to discuss in this video. Synopsis. This fantasy film from America is directed by Harold Schwartz. This film itself takes the story from the best fantasy novel series in that year, The Mortal Instrument City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. For those of you who like fantasy films, maybe I think this film is the right film for you to remember the stories that are presented about mythological creatures. I put the few of the books on the right side of the presentation so you can watch it, and I put the link purchase of the books on my presentations and also on my description, so if you want to buy and read the book you can just click on my description text. Next, this is my evidence for my synopsis, just keep it. Next, in here we're going to talk about plot and character review. The story begins with an ordinary beautiful girl named Clary Frey, who is innocent and doesn't know anything about her past. All that changed after she accidentally saw Juice Wayland, who was a shadow hunter. Just for information that ordinary humans cannot see a shadow hunters. From that, Clary realized that there was something hidden from inside her. The story continues with the search for Clary's identity with 4 shadow hunters to deliver her to a temple or church, which is a hiding place for shadow hunters. This film tells a plot that goes back and forth to add to the plot in the story. This film itself also presents several other mythological creatures such as werewolves, vampires, and even demons, which add to the excitement and plot of the story in this film. But there is one thing that I think is lacking, is the appearance of the werewolf, which I think here is not stronger than the shadow hunter, which in my opinion their bodies are bigger, so the possibility of winning the battle is very possible. But in these films, werewolf doesn't work like that. Next, this is the evidence for my plot and character review, just skip it. In the section we're going to discuss about them. For the them itself, this film displays a dark atmosphere considering the genre taken as mythology. But that's exactly what made me feel like I was actually watching a mythological film. In terms of cinematography, itself is quite good. Nothing special, but makes the audience comfortable enough to see the film that is presented. Turning to the costumes, they use Gothic style costumes, which I honestly don't think fits the image of mythological creatures, but it is enough to create a mysterious impression for each character in the film. I put the Gothic costumes on my presentations, as you can see. Okay, unlike other mythological films that take place in a forest or perhaps in horror settings, this film takes a place in an urban area, which I think is good. Why? Because it makes things seem normal to us as a human beings and doesn't stand out to the mythological creature atmospheres like in other films that take the setting on forest or village where even electricity didn't exist at that time. For the time setting, this film is mostly set at night, and for the CGI, this film displays these mythological creatures with a pretty good descriptions and can be compared to other mythological film. Next, message. From this movie, we can take 3 messages, and the first message are: we should always see things from a different point of view so that we don't easily conclude something that we think is true when in fact it is not. And the second message is don't trust other people too easily until you trust yourself in your abilities. And the third message is we shouldn't be too overprotective of someone maybe we have good intentions, intends to protect that person's, but what happens just only make that person feel constrained, and you make yourself become selfish. Okay, next, this is my reference for this critical review. I put this link on my description text, so if you want to read my reference here, you can just click on my description text. And also I put my Turnitin plagiarism checks, because my lecturer asked this for my presentations. Next, okay, I think that's all. If you have any deficiency or critics, just put it on my comment sections so I can read and I know what is my deficiency about my presentations. Okay, I think that's all what I want to share to you. Thank you very much for watching this. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.